Okay, Lawrence recently asked a question on our 5 crawl space encapsulation mistakes video that you should avoid. He was asking, which do we recommend? Insulation being put back into the subfloor, and I'm assuming a fiberglass insulation or a rockwool insulation, or is it best to insulate the walls? So here was the answer that I gave him. We prefer insulating the walls of the crawl space with our R10 termite-resistant foam board. And the reason why is, number one, our foam board is designed to be under the ground. So if it gets wet, if it gets dirty, it's okay. It's termite resistant. It's not going to allow the termites to climb up the wall. It's okay. If you ever get a leak down in the crawl space, you don't have to replace it. Unlike fiberglass insulation, if it becomes wet, you're supposed to instantly replace it because it loses its R value. Number two is fiberglass or rockwool insulation is a great place for critters to be housed. So if you got a potential possum or mice or things like that, they're going to go to that insulation and live in there. The third thing is we also like to be able to see the subfloor. Insulation hides a lot of things. I was just in a house yesterday where there was a condensation line coming from the second story of the house down through the main floor into the crawl space from the heating and air unit, and there was a 45-degree elbow that was leaking, and we didn't even know it was leaking because it was hidden behind the insulation that was up in the subfloor. The fourth thing is, if you ever do get a leak, the subfloor insulation is going to keep that water from being evaporated and dried faster. So if you get a toilet leak or some kind of pinhole in the copper line or something like that, the insulation will hide that leak and can rot out the subfloor. So having the subfloor exposed will actually give you an opportunity to see the leak on the vapor barrier, which is kind of nice. And of course, the fifth thing that we run into is normally there's less wall space than floor space, which means that it's less expensive to insulate the perimeter or the wall of the crawl space versus the subfloor with any type of insulation. So great question, Lawrence. We really appreciate you writing us. And if you have a question, be sure to just ask us in our comments below, or of course you can go to our website. We got our live chat going there. You can ask us questions whether we're online or offline. And I hope you like this video. I hope it answers some questions that you might have in the future. Thanks again, and make it a blessed day.